The new
Yeah.
Mario Kart's coming out. Mario Kart World looks sick. However, it's $80.
I think all of the first
All
party
the games
games
are
are going to be
$80.
$80.
That's so expensive.
That's a lot.
We were really mad when Tears of the Kingdom came out.
It was 70.
It was $70. We were like, what the hell? $70?
And then most new games, like AAA big deal games, are $70 now.
Yeah, that's absolutely bonkers to me. Are they
$80?
$80? All the games are getting more expensive, but I'm not sure if they're getting that much better to warrant the price change.
Hello, welcome to episode 79 of the Level Best Podcast. I'm Sherman Cool. This is the Dirty Tooth, and we're really glad to have you here tonight. We missed a week last week, and so we have a lot to catch up on.
That's true, but we're here this week. That's good.
We're here.
Yeah.
That's right. And this show's all about us and our love of video games and whatever the hell else comes to mind in the moment, because we record this show live twice a month, every other Saturday night right here on Twitch and YouTube. And no, that's it. Just Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
I was going to make something up like some naughty website, but I think that's too far. Maybe that's crossing the line.
I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Maybe one day we'll step up our game.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll just keep it more or less PG.
But not for
maybe
kids.
PG-13.
Yeah, but not for kids. PG-13.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have a lot to go through tonight, so I'm excited to get into it. But I think before we get into anything, I do want to get into a little bit of housekeeping, and not to like belittle this next announcement, because it's not just housekeeping. This is a big change for the Level Best Podcast, a big upgrade, frankly, huge upgrade.
Yeah.
And so
we're cleaning house.
We're cleaning house. Yes, Tooth is fired.
Yeah.
This is going to be a solo podcast from now on. Goodbye, Tooth.
Yep. So see you guys later.
No, don't go, please. Actually, I need you. No, instead, we're actually adding another member to the Level Best Podcast, a third head, if you will, to this once two-headed Hydra. No, I don't know. It's like the big dog in Harry Potter.
Fluffy.
The Wolfie?
Fluffy.
Yeah, Fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're like that three-headed dog, because we now have a third member who's been helping us out a lot already, but we've kind of brought him in as an official third member, helping behind the scenes, and then just able to chime in whenever he wants to. And he is Rep Zombie.
Yo, how's it going?
Welcome.
Glad to be here.
So, yeah, Rep Zombie's been helping us by making all of our shorts for like a long time now. And he's been helping so much, and he's down, and we need somebody else to help us out behind the scenes as like a producer of sorts behind every episode. And so we decided to bring him on.
Yeah. We needed somebody to click the buttons that I clicked, because I was getting overwhelmed with the clicking.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Zombie, introduce yourself to the people.
Well, as some people may know me, I go by Zombie mainly. Recently, apparently, people call me Zombie Piglin. It's a new one, but I am a content creator in of myself. I do my own thing. Started Twitch about 4-ish years ago to now. Did YouTube a couple years after that. Now I do TikTok. I do things on the side. I also am big friends to these guys right here, just to my sides. And I'm happy to join the journey, as I've already kind of joined doing shorts and stuff like that, being kind of behind the scenes in a sense. But now I'm ready for not only a new challenge, but a new step to help these guys do their thing. So glad to be here.
Oh yeah.
The dude is TikTok famous, but we didn't add him for clout. It's just like
No.
it's not for clout. It's for help.
No, but we will be tagging him in every single post everywhere. So maybe, maybe a little algo help there. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Just kidding. But yeah, Zombie makes friggin' badass Halo TikToks. Um, I'm sure you notice his cool necklace there. Was there a story behind that necklace? That thing is sick.
No, my first paycheck from my first job, I'm like, I need this, and I got it, and it's still my best purchase to this day. It's like $80, you know?
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
somebody tries to rob you, you can stab them in the neck with that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Give me that chain.
Cool, man.
All right, you get what you asked for. Ugh.
Exactly.
Yikes.
So yeah, moving forward, if there's anything throughout the episode Zombie wants to chime in on, he's gonna chime in. But for now, he's gonna stay behind the scenes and help us out with pulling up clips and showing trailers and visuals of things. And so, yeah, we're gonna put you back in your dungeon, Zombie. But
No,
Zombie Pig, we're gonna put you
no.
back into the Nether where you belong.
Oh,
Zombie
no.
Piglin.
No, get me out.
No,
Zombie.
Get me out of here.
Okay, that name's not gonna stick though. I don't want that to stick. I feel like that's mean.
No, zombie piglin. Everybody likes zombie piglins.
Yeah, they're better than those big old squid guys.
The big old squid guys.
The big white squid guys in the Nether.
Oh, the crying ghost babies.
The crying ghost babies with the tentacles that shoot fireballs.
Yes, yeah.
And then you're like, oh no, there's one, and then all of a sudden there's like 3, and you're like, what the hell?
I'm not down with them.
No,
Just straight up.
I've been in the Nether like 2-3 times, and every single time they threaten my life. Really.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Like I had one blow up my nether portal one time underneath of it, and it's detrimental.
That literally happened to me, and if Yo Poppy Jiggles wasn't there to save me, then I would have been stuck in the Nether forever.
Yep.
And nobody wants that.
No, you can't be stuck in the nether. It's awful.
Anyway, just to wrap up the housekeeping. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Subscribe. Leave a comment down below with any way we can improve the show, or anything you want us to talk about, or things we could do better, or how mention tooth crippling DP addiction.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah, I just can't stop DPing.
Okay, DPing. We're talking about Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Just for those at home, Dr. Pepper, Tooth has a crippling Dr. Pepper addiction, and it's really holding him back in life. I think we may need to have a level best intervention. First ever.
I might lose all my teeth.
Yeah. I was gonna make a DP joke, but I think we should let that rest. Also, join our Discord. We want more people in our Discord to hang out with in between episodes and to give us fun suggestions for what we can do on the episodes. But join the Discord. Link in the description below.
Mm-hmm.
Also, check out our Patreon. We have a fun segment on this channel where we play games and decide whether or not you, the viewer, should play or pass on the game in question, called Play or Pass. And we record our full playthrough or whatever we do play of the games that we play offline.
Mm-hmm.
We record them and we post that full gameplay onto our Patreon, including some other stuff that we want to get into on Patreon too. So check it out.
Yeah, because
Not even
sometimes
expensive.
sometimes those videos are like 4 hours long. That's a lot of content.
Yeah,
You don't have to watch the whole
And
thing, but like,
it's riveting too.
yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes I'm excited to get into the player pass for this week, this episode,
It's a good
this period.
good.
It's a good one,
Yeah.
but we'll get into that later. I think now Tooth has a fun little thing that he brought to the show today that I know nothing about other than the fact that it's a quiz for me.
Yes. So it's a quiz. I'm gonna type for you because I'm faster at typing. We've determined that.
by like 10 words per minute tops.
Yeah,
tops.
but still, in this case, I think it'll be good. You're gonna have 4 minutes to correctly name all the heroes in Overwatch 2.
Like, is this quiz old at all?
It was last updated in 2024, so it's missing. I think it's missing 2, but I don't know which 2.
Okay.
So
Wow, this is gonna be tough.
it's something
I
that
didn't think about it. There's
it's
a
something you
lot.
know,
I
but
do know.
there's still 41 of them, so that's a lot in 4 minutes.
Okay,
So-
hands off the keyboard. I'm not looking anything up.
So I'm gonna share my screen with you. And
Oh, good. Gives me a little chart.
yeah, so it has it if you're getting it right or not. So let me know when you're ready.
Does spelling count? Because if spelling counts, then you better get these right. That's all I'm saying. We're kind of doing this together in a way.
I don't know. I don't know if it counts or not. I'll try to do my best.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to do my best.
Okay. If I'm spelling it wrong, you have to correct me because it's your thing.
Oh, that's mean. Okay, all right. I'm
All
gonna
right.
start with tanks.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Ready? Go.
Zarya. I'm gonna try Reinhardt. Good luck spelling that. Diva.
Nice. Nice.
Junker Queen. Sigma. Oh man, what? I'm blanking already. I can't think of anything. Okay, I gotta just jump around. Anna.
Got
Brigitte.
it.
Oh, it fills them in for you?
Yeah.
Okay, shoot. Life Weaver. Okay, I'm Widowmaker. I'm going all over the place now. Genji. McCree. No, Cassidy. Freaking. Oh, this is hard. I still have plenty of time, but I'm already
Yeah,
freaking out.
you got time. You have time.
Junkrat, and then there's Wrecking Ball.
2 minutes 30.
Moira. You type too fast. You're not giving me enough time to think. Why am I freaking out?
Go for the ones you play. Go for the ones you play.
I have almost. There's Winston. I'm trying to. I have one in my mind that's blocking all the other ones that I can't think of her name.
2 minutes.
We should be doing this together. This is mean. How about Hanzo? I already did Widowmaker. Why do I suck?
You
at
got
this?
this. You got this.
Man.
You got
I'm
it. You got it.
Give me a hint. Can I get a hint? Give me one.
Oink.
Boink.
Oink. Oink.
Oink oink.
Lucio. I know that's not what you were getting at because you were getting
What?
at Roadhog. But I was thinking boink and he boops. Oh man.
Shotgun.
Reaper.
Shotgun again.
Oh, that's mean. I already have Junker Queen. Torbjorn.
Bob.
There's Sigma, and then there's shoot, what's his name?
Doomfist. I already did it.
There's
You got it.
Doomfist.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not even who I was punching about because the other guy that punches
What?
is with the staff and the punching and the shield.
Mm-hmm. 40 seconds.
It's over.
Bob.
Oh, I play her all the time too.
Yep.
She has Bob. I can't think of her name. I'm blanking.
It's hard.
Everything I said about you with these quizzes, I take back. Everything.
I'll give it to you.
Ash. Oh, you can just give me one letter. Who else? I'm looking at these names. I can't think of anything.
Oof.
Sojourn. No. Juno and Kiriko Batiste. Ilari is the one that was blocking my brain that I was talking about. Maga Arissa Ramatra. Oh, that freaking sucked.
That's hard, right?
That felt really bad. You made me suffer for 4 minutes straight. Oh man.
It's tough. I was like, you got it, because you know them all. But that makes it even harder. You did a good job.
I should have pulled up a list on the side and cheated.
Dang.
Man.
You could have.
That was really hard.
You could have pulled up the list and put it on your teleprompter. I would have never known.
I probably could have, but I wouldn't do that. End of the day, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that kind of guy.
I honestly, I think you did a lot better than I thought you were going to.
Really?
Not because I didn't think you could do it, just because I knew that you were going to get all like locked up with
Freaked
one
out.
of them.
Yeah, it happened.
I thought you were going to get locked up with May, though.
May?
Yeah.
No, she didn't even come to mind. I played May earlier today.
Yep.
I played as May. Soldier, like, how does Soldier 76 not come to mind? Or Tracer? Tracer is like the face of Overwatch, and you don't think of Tracer? Freaking stupid. Well, thanks for ruining my night.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Freaking sweating over here. Well, that was fun, and that was something that was uniquely for me. I think
Yes.
that only I had the potential to screw up that bad. So,
you did great. You did great.
What a special segment.
Yes.
Cool. Well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Truly, honestly, thanks for that.
I was getting you back for the game sounds one.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you said that, and I was like, well, man, get me back. Come on. And now you have, and I get it.
And we're even. We're even.
Yeah, we're even, but I still want revenge. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Like we can say we're even, but in my heart, we're not even, and I'm gonna get you back. But
yeah,
we're even on paper.
You deserve it. You deserve to retaliate.
I guess.
But just know that
I deserve to retaliate.
But just know that I'll feel that way too. After.
No.
And it'll be like this, like, it'll be this thing.
No, because I'm gonna get you back, but in the perfect amount to where you'll feel super full. Your belly will be full, and you'll be satisfied, and you won't wanna eat again.
That'll be a challenge, but I think you could do it.
I think I can do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, dude, it's been 3 weeks. We missed last week.
We did, yes.
For a multitude of reasons, offline reasons, family life, things came up. And so we decided to push it out a week. It's the kind of thing where things happen sometimes where we just got to kind of make that decision, even if it's last minute, to just push it off.
Yes.
Because we got to prioritize sometimes with life. And so here we are. Look.
Yeah.
We always come back.
We're here. The primary reason is because I was being a whiner and I wanted it to be this Saturday instead of last Saturday because I have Friday off yesterday. So now we're on the schedule of I have the Friday off before the show. I like that better. And so Zombie and Sherman Cool were like, fine. But I was just being a baby, so.
Well, look, I allow it.
But
You can
we're
be
here.
a baby every now and then.
But we're here.
I felt like a big old baby being quizzed like that, and I felt like I was a big old baby for a minute. And so, everyone gets their moments to be a baby.
True.
And
That's
so,
true.
yeah. But look, we always come back.
Yes, we're back.
We might miss an episode here and there, but we're back.
Stronger than ever.
Stronger than ever.
We actually came back with another person.
That's another thing, actually. It did give us time to prepare more and to allow us to make sure we were ready to have a third person on our team. And so it really did work out in the end. So anyway, hopefully you guys didn't miss us too much last week. But that means we have 3 weeks of life and gaming and everything to catch up on. And Tooth, I got to know what you've been up to in between episodes.
So I had that Overwatch quiz on my brain because I got back into playing Overwatch.
Nice.
Game 1, the first game, I immediately was just plunged back into instant rage because we were playing the game mode where it's like the point you capture, like you have to hold it for, what is that game mode? You know what I'm talking about.
But I think I know what you're talking about.
New Junk City.
I don't remember anything about Overwatch right now.
New Junk City. Right. And there's just an AFK DPS player. And you just can't have that in that game mode. You need everybody. No. Everybody's going to be there. We still won, but I was mad the whole time. Even when I won, I was still mad.
That's like 9 times out of 10. That's how Overwatch games go.
Yeah.
So,
and I also forgot that they added the cards to it, like the skills, the perks, and so I didn't add a perk until like the last point.
You didn't see it like in your face?
No,
I guess not really in your face. It's like down at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, it's down in the corner, and I was like too focused because I was like trying to play Orisa, but the other guy was Reinhardt, and I was like, I'm not going to be out Reinhardt, and so I was like laser focused on just hitting this guy with the hammer. But yeah, finally I got around to it, and it made things a lot easier because I was getting absolutely pummeled by Genji because he had like 6 perks. It felt like.
But you didn't let him out Reinhardt, you, and you didn't let Genji take you down because you won.
Yep, 12k damage as tank, like 8k mitigated.
What pisses me off is when I'm playing and I use my thumb to hit left alt, right, to pick a perk, and then I hit left alt and spacebar, and it opens up some weird menu in Windows that, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me or if it's normal, but it opens up some weird menu and it closes, like minimizes Overwatch.
Oh, weird.
Left alt and space.
Is it?
Try it.
Left alt space. I don't want to try it right now.
Okay, fair enough. But it screws me up.
What?
And
so it opens the menu like outside of the game.
Yeah, it's some Windows menu. It says, I think it's like a general search for Windows.
Whoa, that's so weird.
I don't know. I wish I could show you, but it gives me like an option to type stuff in. Interesting. And I think it searches like your desktop or your PC somehow. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna mess me up.
Yeah, the whole time I go to try to pick a perk and then I hit both of them and it opens up and closes my game in the middle of a fight and I'm like, bad idea, bad placement,
awful. Yeah, I don't understand that, the left alt thing. It's weird to me. But Overwatch, still just ragey, angry game, and I love it. I love every second of it. And the googly eyes. It's still April Fools right now with the googly eyes, and that's really fun. I like that.
Yeah,
good.
A lot of games. I should have looked up like a list of what all the games did for April Fool's Day.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of games did some fun stuff. Like Rocket League had any, quick chat, nice shot became something else, and that
Oh.
some of those are really funny. Um, and and then there's like a new game mode in Rocket League where forward didn't work and you had to go backwards, and that was really silly. Played that one game of that, and I was like, okay, I get the joke, and I never played it again. Um, and then yeah, Overwatch with the googly eyes
Yeah.
and all the different voice lines. And then I don't know. I'm sure a lot of other games did more.
Yeah. I it's such an interesting thing because I feel like I forget about April Fool's Day every year, and then like something crazy will pop up and I'll be like, that's that's wild. Like I saw a couple news stories and they were like mixed in with like other like news stories that were actually real, and it was hard to tell the difference between all of them. And then I
Yeah.
was like, I just got to get off the website for today because it's crazy. It's wild.
Don't know what you can believe.
Don't know what I can believe, but I know that I can believe that I watched the Nintendo Direct. Did you?
Okay.
Did
I
you?
did.
Yeah.
This is going to be a quite a tangent, quite a side uh side quest,
Side
Sure.
quest. Yeah, side
Yeah.
quest within the episode. Um and I'll just dive right in. The new
Yeah.
Mario Kart's coming out. Mario Kart World looks sick.
Looks sick.
www. Awesome. However, it's $80.
I think all of the first
All
party
the games are
are going to be
$80.
$80.
That's so expensive.
That's a lot.
They went from it, and we were really mad when Tears of the Kingdom came out.
It was 70.
It was $70. And we
Mhm.
were like, what the hell? $70?
And then most new games, like AAA big deal games, are $70 now.
Yeah, that's absolutely bonkers to me. Are they like
$80.
$80? All the games are getting more expensive, but I'm not sure if they're getting that much better to warrant the price change.
I don't think it's even that price increase to $80. I don't even think is like in response to the tariffs or whatever, the price increases around the world. It feels to me in my heart, it feels like just straight up greed.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Like everybody's playing like on. I would say it's at least a 65% digital like download. Everybody's like doing digital download because you can pre-order it. You can get it like that day. You don't have to go to the store and like do the store thing.
Yeah.
And so there's just no excuse for it. It's a digital download. It's not real. It's fake.
I don't know.
It's a fake game.
What I heard was that they're not making carts for the Switch 2. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear that. Source?
No source.
No
just
source?
rumor.
Just rumor. I mean, I guess they technically haven't shown a cart little hold thing in the back, right?
They're reportedly Switch 1 carts with codes in the box. So maybe you'll have the option to just digitally download it, but you'll get a Switch 1 cart? I don't know. Oh, those are like the Nintendo the Switch 2 edition games. So like games that are already out.
Weird.
But yeah, so they'll just have an extra download to them, I guess.
Okay.
See,
yeah.
Alan in chat says they're making cartridges. Some of them are game key carts, like Elden Ring will be a key with download only, but stuff like Mario Kart World does have a cart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How weird, dude.
Dude, it's crazy. In my opinion, the upgrade game is so weird. Like what?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? It's nothing is upgraded. Like it's
Well,
just to Switch 2.
Yeah, but the Switch 2 hardware is like a lot more powerful than the
But
Switch One.
but the
Like I
majority
heard 10 times more powerful.
but the majority of the games are already games that are on something else that people have already played it on better hardware.
Well, the one thing I read because Pokemon Legends ZA,
Yeah.
they're gonna have a Switch 2 edition, and it'll feature improved resolution and frame rate, apparently, which kind of leads me to believe that the Switch 1 version is gonna run like dog shit,
Yeah.
just like Legends Arceus did, and and Sword. I don't know if Sword and Shield, it ran pretty bad at points, but Legends Arceus was ugly. And
All I know is if a Pokemon game still runs like shit on the Switch 2, we can't keep playing those games. We can't keep
it's
buying
over,
them.
man.
We gotta throw them away. We gotta just lock them away. Don't play Pokemon anymore. Boycott them.
Take your
Because
starter out back behind the shed,
yeah,
just let it go.
Yep.
Grow up. That's what I say.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I have this like sneaking suspicion that the Pokemon games won't get any better. People will still be really pissed.
Personally, I think it's going to work fine on the Switch 2, but they're going to put out this garbage Switch 1 version.
Yeah.
And I guess it's to get people to want to upgrade to the Switch 2, which there's already a lot of reasons to upgrade to the Switch 2. And I feel like
The
90% of people are going to as soon as possible.
Yeah, the Switch 1 is old. Like it's an
Yeah.
old thing. But
Very old.
there are some things that I am interested in. So
Yeah.
I really liked the announcement for the GameCube titles. Like they showed Wind Waker specifically on there, and Legend of Zelda, and that's one that I didn't want to play the port of it, like a random port that's just like a sketchy emulator version. I like that I'll be able to do this. And so I think that'll be really cool. I like that feature that they've been adding with the Nintendo Online, and so I think this one adding in is good.
Yeah. There's a lot for the GameCube. Like they're coming out with the GameCube version of Mario Strikers. Like that's an OG classic. That's a good one.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good. Going back to the $80 are expensive. What did you think about paying for the Switch 2 tutorial?
Oh yeah. That game that should be a pack-in game.
Yeah.
That's silly. I don't know how much it's going to cost.
I saw it's like $7 or something.
Why bother, man?
Come
on.
That's crazy. That is greed, right? Like a tutorial to the console.
That's why I feel like the increase to $80 is just they're taking advantage of a really loyal fan base that they've cultivated. They're just taking advantage of people that can't help but buy the new thing.
Yeah.
Because it's Nintendo. They're going to buy it.
People are going to buy it.
Let's make each game $100. They're going to buy it.
They will.
And the price increase will make up for anybody that doesn't buy it. So I don't know. Yeah, it just feels gross.
It does. But it is kind of exciting. They've paused pre-orders, but they're still saying that June 5th will be the release. So it's coming soon.
I wonder, I haven't looked into that. I heard they paused the pre-orders. Is that because of those tariffs that just released?
Yeah, that's supposedly what the reasoning is.
That's freaky, man. That's going to trickle down and affect a lot of things, but
yeah,
most of all video games, and I'm just not okay with that.
No, that's such a not to get into that, but yeah, that's effed.
Yeah.
That's totally
This
effed.
isn't a political podcast, people. Okay, relax.
But if it was, we don't like that.
But imagine now that they're like, oh yeah, these tariffs, $90 for each game.
Yeah, and we're gonna delay it 6 months.
I don't like it.
Still $90. But there was a game on there that has a very interesting style of play, and Drag X Drive. I don't
It's drag and drive.
drag. Yeah, it's just weird that they put the drag. I don't know. That's how it's like
Drag
written
and
every.
drive.
Yeah, but anyway, the the way that you play it is with dual mouse action, and the dual mouse is the Joy Cons. You know, we talked about the mouse Joy Cons before when the Switch
Yeah.
2 like released. The dual mouse thing is bizarro, I think.
It's weird. That's going to be weird. I was thinking when they first announced it and we kind of speculated there would be a mouse function, I was thinking one mouse. But of
Yeah.
course, cuz that's what I'm used to. But they're making a game with two mouses. That's interesting. And I don't know, when you think about it, Nintendo, that's a perfectly reasonable way that they would iterate on a mouse
Yeah.
controller type. I just wonder if they're going to use it for any other kinds of games, or if this is kind of a one-off, or if they're going to see if people like this and then maybe decide from there.
I feel like this is
I don't know.
testing ground to see. But man, I
Well,
just I just like don't know, like in my opinion, like I play the Switch like docked a lot at my
Mm.
desk. I don't have room for two Joy-Con mice to move around on my desk like that.
I think it's a similar thing like with VR, where people are like, I don't have room to be flailing my arms around and walking around my room and playing a
Yeah.
VR game.
Yeah.
But then somehow people make it work. And I feel like somehow you'll make it work.
Yeah. I mean,
But what
I'm
do you
going
think
to.
about Drag and Drive? That's what I'm curious about because it looks
The
kind of
game
fun.
the game looks sick.
It looks kind of fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an awesome game. I feel like it's really unique for a I don't know, like that style of game. I don't know what that style of game is. Team soccer,
Wheelchair
basketball. Yeah.
Yeah,
feels-
and
it
it looks cool, and there's like representation there too with disabled sports. Like that's
Yeah.
totally a thing, and it's very competitive. And I don't know if there's a lot of games like that.
I can't
And so
I can't think of any games like that. And
Yeah, I'm
wheelchair
into it.
basketball is exciting. That's an
I
exciting
love
sport.
Rocket League. I love
Yeah.
those competitive like small arena types of games.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Zombie, what do you think? You've seen the trailer for Dragon Drive. What do you think about that?
I think Dragon Drive looks sick. I'm just more so hyped that Tooth can finally call himself an athlete or something. Honestly.
Oh, yeah, maybe he'll get higher than gold in Dragon
Dang.
Drive.
Dang. I didn't see you later, zombie.
No, but actually though, I think it's pretty cool. The whole Rocket League thing comes to mind, and the fact that it's like a ball video game, like a basketball video game. I think there's potential for esports. Maybe Nintendo might want to dip their foot in some esports kind of related talks.
Yeah,
That's kind of
they
cool.
do esports for like Splatoon and stuff, and that's pretty competitive.
Dragon
I feel
Drive
like
esports.
Hell yeah, dude!
Dude,
What would
that
your
would
team name be?
Dragon Balls.
Valid. No, valid.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Don't
think
shake
that's
your head at
actually
that. That's
pretty good.
valid.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
First
good.
thing that came to mind: stream of consciousness.
Yeah, no, I'm like blocked. I can't think of anything. DP.
It's Dragon Power, okay, guys, come on.
Oh, but yeah, that I think that game is sick. It's the controls are bizarro to me. Like it's just like I can't like fathom in my brain that use, but I feel like it's gonna bring. I feel like it's more representation than just in the game. It's also a motion that is pretty, normal to like running the wheelchair itself, and so I like
Yeah.
that. That's sort of the idea behind it. Or I'm guessing that's the idea behind it.
Yeah, and I think it's cool. I think it's the kind of thing where it'll be weird for a bit, but if you actually try, it'll feel pretty normal after a while, and
Yeah,
you could probably do some pretty cool stuff with it. I'm curious.
yeah. I think it's gonna be good. It's good. What else? The Enter the Gungeon 2 had a little snip. Looks absolutely insane, like the first one did too.
Yeah.
That game is hard. I don't know if you played the first one.
I tried it. I didn't like it. I'm not a big bullet hell lover, but
Mm,
this is all 3D
it's
and pretty looking.
yeah,
And so
it looks pretty.
I'm not paying $80 for it.
I
So
will
it
not
better
pay.
not be 80
I
bucks.
will not pay $80 for it. No way.
No thanks.
Yeah, but it seems like the 3D version of it is like gonna be even more difficult in my opinion than the
I
top
don't know.
down.
Probably, but it's got a really fun because I like 3D platformers like Astrobot and stuff, and so it's
Yeah,
got a kind
yeah,
of a cool top-down 3D vibe to it. But it's the bullet hell nature of it that I don't love. I don't love those kinds of games in general. Usually,
yeah.
the only game I've really truly liked that was considered bullet hell was Returnal. Um, it's a PlayStation exclusive, like n- narrative roguelite bullet hell,
Hmm.
really pretty, and it's like really difficult. And I didn't make it very far in Returnal,
Yeah,
just like I don't make it very far in most bullet hell games because I just get overwhelmed and lost and I get hit by everything.
yeah.
And so not my style, but looks cool.
If I die and have to restart and I like don't know where I'm at and it took me a long time to get there, then I'm just mad and I just quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but
Well,
it looks kind of cool.
one game that I'm looking forward to, especially when in regards to the mouse controls, is Metroid Prime 4.
Oh
Because there's
yeah.
been some coverage that came out on that. It looks beautiful, and I don't know. I'm curious to look to use the Switch 2 mouse as an actual like aim and shoot device. You
Yeah.
know, from what I've heard from people with the Joy-Con, I don't have mine readily available, but you know the face buttons on the Joy-Con. You still have to use those when you turn it over to use the mouse. You still have to use those side buttons now, and
Hmm.
then also the triggers to shoot, I guess. And so it what I was hearing is that it kind of breaks your brain to use those face buttons and aim and shoot and use those buttons with your thumb.
Yeah.
Um, but again, just like Drag and Drive, you'd give it a shot and you play enough, and it's gonna feel normal in no time. I feel like, but um,
Yeah, that's so weird. Like the
it's like
thought.
side buttons on your mouse, right? And
Yeah.
it's a
But the
little
side
awkward,
button
but
is a joystick.
yeah. And I don't know if you're going to be using the joystick since you have the mouse, but there's the buttons.
It would be kind of cool if the joystick was like the walking. So like that was like the whole movement was like that. So like
Just
on a
one
key
Joy-Con.
yeah, like on a keyboard it's,
Hmm.
you know, the WASD, but on the Joy-Con it could be the so you're moving. It's like all one thing. That would be hard with your that would be hard to
That
think
would be
about.
difficult. I don't think that's what it's going to be, but that would be interesting to explore for like a different kind of game.
I hope they make a
Um,
game like that.
but I don't know. I just feel like holding my Joy-Cons for the Switch 1 feels really flimsy and small in my hand. And so I don't know if you've ever had a really small mouse, but it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. So
No.
I'm just curious what
But
it's going to
the
be like, and
but the Joy-Con
definitely going
seem
to try it.
big. They seem huge in
They've
all the
got to be
videos.
bigger since the whole device is bigger, right?
Everything looks bigger. Like it looks like silly big.
One thing that bugs me is it's not OLED.
Yeah,
It's just a pretty LCD screen.
they couldn't release the OLED one. They got to release that one in 2 years.
Greed.
Duh.
Just give us the goods, man. Just give it to us now. We know what you're capable of. We
They
want
just
OLED.
the technology just isn't there. The
I
technology
roll.
isn't there.
I roll my eyes at that statement.
I wondered about the like the progression of the Switch like to the Switch Lite like that they have now. Like that's not really a relevant thing because of how much they've built in with the Joy-Cons. And so
Yeah.
I wonder what the like where that will go. Like will that cease to continue?
It might cease. That would make sense in my opinion, but
And
I don't know.
that's kind of a bummer because it's a lower entry and it's a little bit more durable, like for kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Switch 2 looks sick.
Well, let me rapid fire through a couple more things that I'm
Yeah.
excited for about the Switch 2, because there's a new Pro controller design.
Yes.
I'm excited for that. It just looks like the Pro controller, just kind of just like morphed around a little bit, but overall the same. They added that C button, which leads me into my next thing. Kind of excited for the chat feature, the Discord feature. It's not Discord, but the
Yeah.
Discord-esque
Yeah.
feature in the Switch 2. But I'm skeptical.
I'm skeptical because their screen seemed super laggy when they were like running the game and the like
Sharing gameplay.
sharing the gameplay. I was like, well, it's running at 2 frames per second in the
Right.
preview. That I mean, like that doesn't seem
Didn't
that
look pretty.
impressive. But
Yeah, and that's what they're showing the
Yeah.
public.
yeah,
So I'm curious if they had to like push to get that to work as that well, or if it actually works that well. I appreciate the honesty if it actually works like that, but I also feel like when we get it in our hands, it's gonna be even worse.
yeah,
Especially considering their Switch Online and the app that you use to kind of do that similar function with certain games.
hmm
I'm just not. I just got to see it to believe it. It
yeah,
doesn't look pretty. I got to have it in my hands though. Try it out.
yeah. That's an interesting thing for them to add in, but I think it's something that they've needed for a long time.
Yeah, but in that lane, they have the Nintendo camera, which
Yeah.
is really interesting. I feel like Nintendo's stepping out of their comfort zone, adding these big new features in.
It's
Especially the way the camera integrates into games like Mario Party Jamboree, where
yeah.
there's your little face in the bottom of the screen next to Mario and Toad and stuff.
It's
That looked cute.
it's so interesting to see that, like, because it feels like that's what the Xbox Connect was trying to do like so long ago, and just
Yeah.
like fell off so hard.
And then the iToy before that for the
Yeah.
PS2.
And then the Wii came out and it had the potential to do the same exact thing, but it sort of just like fell too. And I wonder like how much use this is going to get and like how many people are going to get into it. I feel like it'll be pretty pretty low use.
Well, I'm pretty sure the wording kind of led us to believe that you can use any camera.
Mm,
So, I mean, I've got multiple webcams all around my house. Not like set
Yeah.
up, but I'm just saying on the side.
yeah.
And so I'm just curious if you can use any camera or if it has special functions within the Nintendo camera where you can only use that for these games. I hope not,
Yeah.
but
It's
pretty
cool.
sure you should be able to use any camera that's USB-C. So yeah,
It's a cool little feature. I like that. I like the new things that they're like that they seem like they're testing out, like to see whether or not they want to like continue to like push this forward. I feel like
Yeah.
Nintendo is definitely, like you said, stepping out of their comfort zone.
yeah, and it also allows for third-party developers to kind of explore. Like maybe a developer had a really good idea for Connect back in the day, but then it died and nobody wanted it, and they're like, we got to shelf this.
Yeah.
But now they can give it a shot. Maybe who's to say? So I don't know. That could be fun.
I'm kind of excited for Mario Party, and you have your face there, and you're just so pissed that your teammates not doing what they're supposed to do, and so like you can like make a face at them and they'll see it. Versus now,
Yeah.
you just have to yell at them, but you can use facial expressions to show your,
Or you can get a little
Angry.
wild. You lose. You're winning the whole game. Imagine this. Close your eyes and picture this.
Okay.
You're winning the whole time. And then somebody else is doing really bad, but then because they lost the most mini games and was set back the most or stepped on this certain tile the most, they get all these stars racked up and they beat you. And so what do? You turn around, drop trow, and moon the camera, obviously.
Dang.
I mean, what do you think? Duh.
Yeah, I guess so.
Thanks, Nintendo, giving me that option now.
I wonder if it'll blur it out. Smart blur with AI.
Smart blur. Look, I'm just saying, don't beat me at Mario Party, okay?
Okay, yeah.
You don't want to see that.
No,
Trust.
I'm gonna let you win every time.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. I like that.
But Switch 2, Nintendo Direct, pretty cool. A lot of nice new things that they've announced. Yeah, love the Switch 2. And then
Yeah.
the
I'm
last,
gonna get it ASAP.
I'm probably gonna get it too, honestly.
100%.
Well, I wanted the OLED because you could plug in like direct Ethernet into it. Now the Switch 2, you can just do that with it. So why would I buy
Yeah.
the OLED just to be behind a whole console? And Nintendo's one of those people that are like, all right, we don't make games for this anymore. Really fast.
Eventually.
They-
Eventually. The Switch 2 carts aren't compatible with
Yeah.
the Switch 1 carts. They're like because I saw Alan in chat was like they're the red carts, and I remember seeing that.
Mhm.
And now I'm like, oh, they're like high speed Nintendo Switch carts. They're not going to be back compatible.
No, and I feel like Nintendo is one of the fastest like at discontinuing games for old consoles.
Yep.
It just feels that way. But
Yep.
Anyway, yes, I'm gonna get it ASAP. All right, last thing that I've been up to, I found a super cool YouTube channel, and I don't know if you've seen this YouTube channel before or not, but it's called Lagarto Films, and they're
Okay.
choose your own adventure YouTube videos. And so
Whoa.
the intro is play, or like one of the first videos that I watched is play Uno with your keyboard. And it literally like pops up and like gives you the option of like, push the L button on your keyboard, and then or like push 7, and it goes to like a different part of the YouTube video, and there's a chance that you can win this game of Uno. I lost, but like it goes back and forth in the video. It's insane. Like it's an insane concept for a video, and I saw this and I was like, this is crazy.
Okay, what do I press? I press 4.
Yeah,
I'm pressing 4. Oh shoot, it just skips forward.
So it skips forward.
So it's like a choose your own adventure book where it says like
Yeah.
go to chapter 12, page 42 or whatever. I don't know.
Yep.
And then you make a choice and it's like, okay, go to chapter 4 and on page 22. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's interesting.
It skips forward a lot. It'll skip backwards. Like it just goes all over the place, and you're just trying to win this game of Uno. There's another one that's like a race that I did where you're jumping over the things. What are those called? That track people jump over? Hurdles. You're jumping over the hurdle, and so you have to push the button as like a thing goes down. So they get pretty
So it's like
complex.
like a quick time event,
yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What's the channel called?
It's called Lagarto Films. LAGARTO Films.
I'm out to
145,000 subscribers. Not like necessarily a big channel.
Yeah, I feel like there must be, I don't know. It makes me feel like there's more channels like that if this channel hasn't blown up, because that's really unique.
Yeah. I just haven't seen it before, but this seems so crazy. So I thought I would bring that up. It looks wild.
How cool.
But yeah, that's what that's it. That's all.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you had a good 3 weeks.
Thanks, you too. And thanks everybody for tuning in.
Oh, you stop it.
What?
I know you're dying to know what I've been up to.
All right, tell me about all the games. I haven't got to play as many games as you, so like I have to live through you. I have to live through your games.
Well, I've played a lot of games, and
you're a drug dealer now too, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And now I can live like my real life in a video game too.
Nice.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
So I started playing Schedule 1 literally last night, and then I ended up playing it for 7.5 hours straight, because that game is hard to put down. That game's addicting. It's fun.
I was watching your stream, and you guys just like kept saying, "Oh, it's 1 a.m. and then like an hour would go by and be like, oh dang, it's 2 a.m. But like we could just do this thing. And then
Yep.
it just ended up being like 4 a.m. for whoever you were playing with.
Yeah. By the time we ended, it was like 5 in the morning for him, and I was like, "You good, man?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't got anything going on tomorrow." I was like, "Well, I think I gotta go to bed. I think I gotta be the one to call this." So yeah, it went pretty late, but for good reason. Because if you haven't heard of Schedule One for some reason, um, it's like the big new hotness right now. It's
Yeah.
a simulation game that's kind of goofy, but it's the kind of game where you run a drug empire, basically. Starts off with little bits of weed, Mary Jane,
Mm-hmm.
and then it eventually progresses into harder drugs, and you're growing and cultivating and building and making money and making runs to drop drugs off, and then as you can see, you're shooting cops, and it's overall
It's a lot.
just there's a lot to do. There's a lot of customers. You're doing a lot of things. Like as far as the growing weed goes, you can mix the strains of weed with donuts and cough syrup, and you can mix the weeds with different things to get new strains of weed with different effects, and then you give it to somebody and they smoke it, and suddenly their hair disappears and they change colors and their eyes get red, and it's basically like real life when you do drugs. So don't do drugs, kids,
Yeah,
unless you
don't
want all that stuff to happen to you.
yeah, unless you're gonna be the one that's, dealing them in this, then go for that.
Yeah, be the one that deals the drugs. Don't do the drugs. Just
Profitable.
rake in the cash, bro.
So profitable.
Yeah, save up money so and then buy a sick car.
A Switch 2.
A Switch 2. Buy one game for the Switch 2. Take up a
Yeah.
life of drug dealing so you can afford one game for the Switch 2.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Blame Nintendo. Don't blame us. Blame Nintendo. They
Yeah.
drove you to do it with their high
Honest.
prices. It's
That's
not
true.
fair.
It isn't fair. No, it isn't. That game
So
looks
yeah,
hilarious.
it's
Game.
hilarious. It's really fun. Check it out. It was $20. I was like, dang, $20 for an early access game. But then I played it, and
then
it's good.
you looked at the other games that are $80 and you're like, I'll pay $20.
I'll pay $20. I think that's fair. Let's see. I recorded a new YouTube video
Okay.
for my YouTube channel. I have the series that I do called The Bright Side of Bad Games, where I play really bad games, notoriously bad games that get basically only bad reviews. And I torture myself and play them, and I try to find good things about the bad games, and I try to avoid too much negativity, and I talk about some of the good stuff if I can find any. I recently played Postal 3 for that series.
Did you find any good things?
It's got to be one of the most challenging ones yet, because that game absolutely sucks. It's really bad. And it was tough to record, but I did record it. I did find some stuff I could call positive about Postal 3. It was a mess, and I was still pretty negative. I think overall I failed, but I gotta finish editing that video.
This guy's riding a rhinoceros while somebody's shooting him with a machine gun.
Yeah, I don't think I got that far.
The
game kept crashing and glitching, and I ended up quitting, so I didn't end up beating the whole game.
Well, this part looks sick. This might have been the best part of the whole game.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Buy it. It's only like $6 on Steam.
Yeah,
you should buy it and play it.
Yeah.
But when you walk away from that experience a different man, don't come crying to me.
So the Postal series is like cult classic, right? The other ones are good. No?
Or apparently. I've never played them. I heard Postal 2 is quite a cult classic. People like Postal 2. It's just like goofy, silly, edgy. That's the biggest problem with Postal 3 is that it's very like it wants to offend
Oh,
the player.
it's too edgy.
It's too edgy and not in a tasteful way.
Mm.
So, really bad, really old game, really bad game. It deserves everything that it got. And however, despite all that, I was able to think of some positive things. So I'm looking forward to getting that out. I just gotta finish up the edit.
I'm glad you found a
and
couple.
yeah, I mean, I always find a couple. It's just how much do I want to bullshit? You know what I mean?
How dig do you have to deep? How deep do you have to dig?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
And
You know.
quite deep this time. Just spoiler alert, it's quite deep. And then last thing, because I have more to say, but I'm not trying to take up all the time.
Oh, just say it. Just say it.
Okay, fine. I'll do 2 more.
Okay.
I've been playing more Minecraft.
Yeah, Fire Mountain.
Always. But it's kind of on the back burner now because this coming week I'll be starting Valheim. But I was playing Minecraft. I'm building more tree houses. What I've decided to do is build a lot of tree houses and connect them with bridges and just have them span as far out from the spawn starting point as possible.
Nice.
And that way I can go and explore and always have a tree house way back to the starting point.
It's like Tarzan.
And I'm really looking forward to that.
You'll be like Tarzan of Minecraft.
Yeah. I'll be one of
Nice.
the tree people.
Nice.
Tree
houses are cool in Minecraft.
Yeah, they're super easy too at the end of the day. And then, but the most recent development, thanks to Rep Zombie, he showed me how to make a water elevator. Because I talk a big game, but I'm really new to Minecraft, so I don't know a lot. So I learned how to make a water elevator.
Nice.
And so I'm not gonna explain how to make it, but I made a water elevator. You go in, and it shoots you all the way up to the top. But I made it to where you can kind of get off at each level of the treehouse. And then I made a little. Oh, nice.
Dang, look at
So, yeah.
you throwing signs down.
Yeah, the signs block the water. Did you know that?
I did, yeah. But I didn't expect you to.
I know it now.
Cherry blossom and junglewood.
Mm-hmm.
Wild combination.
Look, I'm not crazy on the aesthetics. You know, I'll make it look pretty later. But it already looks pretty.
I'm not saying it looks bad. Whoa.
So yeah, and then I made this last time I just made another water elevator at another treehouse, and I'm gonna keep making them, and I'm gonna keep making tree houses. I'm gonna be the treehouse king.
Nice.
So yeah,
tree houses
like Minecraft
are cool.
now.
Are you gonna try? Are you gonna do different? Are you gonna jump right here? Oh no. Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Oh no, I don't. Okay. There was one time I jumped off and I didn't quite make it. I was like 1 block away from the water and I died. That happened recently.
I thought you were gonna jump right there. That's funny. Are you gonna do different types of trees?
Yeah, no, not different types of trees.
Okay.
Because I like the jungle trees because they go up really high, really
big
fast.
Trees, yes.
Yes, and I like to make the cloud where the clouds are in Minecraft. That's like that's where I stop. So as soon as I get at or just above the clouds, I don't build on top of it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the jungle trees, but what the platforms are made out of, that's what I'm gonna switch up. So
okay.
The last one I made was polished deep slate. Because it's really in abundance, so it was really easy to get a lot of it and just make it.
Fancy looking.
It looks alright.
Yeah. The last tree
But I'm
house,
gonna try to switch it up, make them different colors.
The last tree house I did was like in the oak, and I made I rebuilt the tree. So I like sheared off the leaves and like kept the logs, and I built a new oak tree big enough to where I could put the front door in the front of the tree, and you went in and you immediately went down, and then you were in this like box like cave kind of situation, and I had a waterfall, and if you jump down the waterfall, then you went down to my mine.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so that one was kind of cool.
Cool. Yeah, that could be kind of fun. Is like make an interior tree house
Yeah.
and like a spiral staircase going up, maybe or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Minecraft. You know how it goes. Ideas all over the place, flying all over. So, last thing, maybe last thing. The headliners. I finally played the headliners. If you haven't
Okay.
heard of this game, it's very similar again to like Lethal Company, where you have, so many days to get so much money, and then you have to like, I don't know, pay rent or something. I don't know. I played this game a couple times. It's a good time with your friends. That's for sure. You go out, New York. You go out to New York with you and a few buddies. Zombie was there too. And you're taking pictures of as much freak shit as possible. And like your buddy gets attacked by a monster, you try to get a sick picture of it. You see a big well, you're seeing in this trailer the kinds of pictures you want to get.
Yeah.
And each picture, depending on the carnage and freakiness that's going on within the picture, it kind of changes how much it's worth.
Okay.
Because you're a reporter, so you're trying to bring back like the flashiest picture to get to put on the front page. So you're right in harm's way, trying to get the best pictures, and it's doesn't always work out cleanly. Where one person might die, and the other person might have to get the camera and run back to the helicopter.
So it's kind of like content warning ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in that genre.
Yeah. Nice.
I will say real quick though, this game is so insane playing it that like you see this little scenario up here with Godzilla's marching through the streets. You get out and it's usually really late. It's like later in the day. And there's explosions going around everywhere. There's insane like giant tall monsters marching through the streets. There's a military squadron shooting monsters with RPGs. So many explosions going around and everything. SMC, his friend, and I played this game. That night, I actually had a dream that I was out. I got home from school and there's explosions going around in the nearby houses and stuff. And I'm pretty sure it was because of this game. How chaotic it was, because we were up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, my time.
Yeah.
I immediately went to sleep. Had to be the reason. Honestly,
You were like
it's crazy.
subconsciously traumatized by all the chaos, and so you had a dream about it.
I dream easy.
That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, it feels like a content warning, but like more detailed and like more real, less goofy.
Yeah, content warning is like it's in the same vein, because content warning, you're like news reporters or something, and so you're trying to like get good shots with a video camera, but in this way you just have a certain amount of pictures you can take.
Yeah.
And then you bring the camera back and you check out the top rated pictures, and hopefully you get enough points or cash or whatever to make it on to the next round.
Yeah.
We made it to round 2. And so each round you go up, the environment changes a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm curious what's further on, but it's really tough because there's a lot of different types of monsters, and it's not always super clear how they're going to get you.
Okay.
Like one monster, we saw it inside this facility. We saw the monster and it like hissed at us. It's got big red glowing eyes and it was just backing away. It would stare at us and back away through a door, around a corner, out of sight. And then I think it was the same monster, but I was like, what the heck? That one just ran away. We moved on through the facility, and I think I was like too close to a vent in the ground, and something popped out of the vent and grabbed me and I think took one of my legs. And it was just like I never could have seen that coming.
Yeah.
Now I look at every vent and I'm like, give that a little bit of space, you know? But it's cool. There's a lot of cool different monsters. And then you see one monster once and you're like, if you have to steer clear of it or not. And then there's like mines in the facility.
Mm-hmm.
And so you see a monster and you're like, oh, come here, monster, come here. Or go around the corner and try to lead it into the mine.
Yeah.
And then all three of us were like with our cameras up, like ready to take the best picture of of the explosion when he stepped on the mine. Um, and so it's just a fun, goofy time. And I'm curious what like the end game later levels are for that
Yeah.
to see how the gameplay switches up or the environment switch up, because there must be some pretty crazy stuff later on.
It sounds really cool. How many people can play at a time?
I think it was up to 4.
I think it's 8, actually.
Is it really 8?
I think it's
Okay.
8.
Imagine,
Steve said.
dude.
Yeah.
Ah,
That
we
would
got to
be
get a
wild.
full squad in there and just try to make it really far.
Yeah.
We could even go a full 8 and then use like 3 people as just like free pictures, free points. Just blow them up.
Yeah, because the more people you have, you could sacrifice them.
Exactly.
Nice.
Anyway, the headliners is fun. And I got a couple more things, but I'm just gonna leave it there.
I'm sure you'll play them again, and then we'll talk about them next time.
Yeah. I've been reading a little bit of manga lately.
Ooh.
I'm not a big manga head. I like anime. I watch some anime. But like when the anime ends, you want to know what's going to happen, kind of got to look into the source material.
Okay.
And so I've been reading a little bit of manga. Manga. I looked it up. A lot of people say manga.
Yeah.
I looked it up. It's pronounced manga. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal.
No.
Just don't give me shit for saying manga.
No, I wouldn't.
I feel weird saying it. It feels wrong, but I don't like saying manga either.
I'm gonna say manga now because you said it. So
I looked it up. It's supposed to be. So I looked up on Google, and then Google says manga, and then I was like, but then what's the Japanese pronunciation? And the Japanese pronunciation is manga. So I guess it doesn't matter. It's like a potato tomato kind of thing, you know?
I had a nice bowl of ramen the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, it matters.
Yeah.
It's manga.
So yeah. Specifically, it's a manga called MF Ghost. It's kind of a spiritual successor, almost like a direct sequel, but kind of a little bit in the future to Initial D.
Okay.
It's if you know Initial D, it's like about street racing, drifting, and this one is like kind of gross, horny Initial D.
Oh, okay.
But the racing parts of it are really good. So I watched the anime. There's like 2 seasons of the anime, and I was like, I want to know what happens, man. I'm kind of hooked.
Yeah.
So I read all the way up to current day of what's available of the manga, and there's definitely some stuff they're gonna have to change. Let's just say that. But overall, a lot of the racing stuff, the stuff that really hooked me, really good.
Nice.
I'm not gonna say I recommend it to people, but I'm enjoying it what I can of it. I'm just being vague because there's parts of it that just rub me the wrong way. But with some stuff that's a different culture, you gotta kind of sometimes look past it if you can.
Yeah.
And enjoy it for what it is, for the spirit of it, and the good stuff is really good. So that's all I'll say. But now, since I caught up to the current day of where the manga is, I'm reading through Initial D because I've never read the manga, just watched the anime. So.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to go back. It's like watching a movie and reading the book.
Yeah, Initial D is one of my favorite anime ever. So, really cool to see the source of that one.
Yeah, I've seen 1 episode.
You've seen like 5.
Oh yeah, we did watch more than 1.
I always tell people the first 5 episodes of Initial D, that's all you need. And if you don't like that, you're not gonna like the rest of all of the seasons.
Yeah.
But if you get through the first 5 episodes, I guarantee you will be hooked for the rest of it.
Probably. It's good. It seemed really exciting.
Yep. Well, you know what else is exciting?
The
rest of this live stream.
Oh yeah. Yep.
However, this episode of this episode of Level Best, episode 79, is complete. Unless you have any final words, final tidbits for the people at home, Tooth.
The final tidbit is thank you for joining Zombie. I'm gonna poke him. Blip, 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 blip. And we welcome him to the show.
Yay! So
Yay.
yeah, get used to seeing that guy here and there.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be here with us. Stoked.
Yeah.
You're muted.
I'll be here whether or not you like it in the shadows,
I
and
wasn't-
I'll also be muted.
I
the
wasn't
shadows.
gonna tell him.
Oh, that's mean. We don't haze the newbie like that, Tooth.
Yeah.
No.
Never become a third head for Mustache Ride unless you want this kind of treatment.
True.
Well, yeah. Don't be the fourth, that's for sure. Because we do haze the fourth. No holds barred.
Bard.
Oh, okay. One last question. Just a final thought. I have a final thought this time. Egg on a burger. Fried egg on a burger.
Yeah.
I got two people on this freaking podcast that either don't like eggs or don't like runny yolk. They want their eggs scrambled.
Mhm.
Or look, fried egg on a burger. It's like magic. It makes the burger so delicious. I can't even explain it with words. But I need somebody in the comments, in the Twitch chat, in the YouTube chat, somebody back me up. A fried egg on a burger is really delicious. And then if you want to get really crazy, throw a hash brown on there. And I mean, you're in a special place. That's my it's my sanctuary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my heaven. That's what my heaven's gonna be like. It's gonna be full of egg burgers. Hash
Full
brown
of-
egg burgers.
Full of egg burgers. Put in the comments
Mhm.
whether or not you like egg burgers.
And it's gonna be better than Tooth's Heaven full of DP.
I'll take it.
So,
I'll take it.
friggin-
Full of DP all the time.
Tooth's drinking Dr. Pepper flavored sparkling water.
Yeah.
And it sounds bad, but I'm curious and I really want to try it.
It's good. Everybody should try it.
Anyway, that's it for Level Best, episode 79. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.